Things never stay the same, they constantly change. Looking back at the past, it just rattles your brain. The way things take form over time. What does it take to form it the way we envision it in our minds? Teens are the future, so trust me enough to let me shape the city with the mentor's touch.
With the help of children and adults, we'll work together to achieve results. A beautiful place with so much potential. If we take a stand with solid plans and the right mental state, we can create a healthy community that we aren't seeing, that can accommodate all Allentownians to be in. Yeah, holla.
There's a lot of chit-chat about the problems in Allentown.
It really makes me sick to see how they use this tree as literally a garbage can, like t-shirt. And there's drug baggies and Dutch wrappers and it upsets me because I just think it's really disgusting. And like there's not a garbage can right there, and there, but they use the trees.
Every corner they have a garbage can.
And we hear all the promises to change it for the better, but nothing ever happens.
So how safe do you feel in your community?
I don't know if safe is the word. It's interesting. It's always interesting seeing what's going to happen around in the community. There's a lot of fights. There's a lot of unneeded violence in the community around here.
You know, do you wander around alone at night, you know, downtown? No, you know.
People are really cautious about who they talk to because, especially when you're in Allentown, you don't want to go up to somebody that you don't even know and just start like talking. I mean, you don't know how they would feel or what they would do or what they have against you or what they don't have against you. It's like, it's just a bunch of crazy stuff going on.
I think they have to be careful of certain things, and I think they have to be smart.
Lots of people are getting killed these days because, poison people who are getting shot and stuff.
These people got to keep putting so much money into their homes to keep them nice because the city wants them nice. They said at least make sure there's not so much crime and stuff in the area like there is.
So what's the problem?
And we have a problem with ladies of the evening around here. Two men.
Me personally, I feel safe because I know everybody. Otherwise, it's unsafe.
And how is it unsafe? Why is it unsafe?
Why is it unsafe? Because you got too many ignorant people. Hatred, racism, and gangs, and drugs.
It's easy to feel powerless when we're faced with the problems here in Allentown. For the last 4 years, HYPE has been a leadership development program that encourages us teens to define what we think a healthy community looks like. We see problems in our own perspective, and we've explored their causes. We are trained as advocates and leaders for a healthy change. Adults work with us as allies to try and make a difference in Allentown. This summer, we undertook a great challenge telling our story. This is our documentary.
HYPE is a place for you and me. HYPE is a place of community. HYPE is a place of unity.
So we're a group from very diverse backgrounds. We have teens, college students, adults, and we all work together to form this nice, healthy community.
It's like when we're here, we all become friends. We become more than friends. We are family here, so that's what I love about HYPE.
3 years ago before HYPE, if you would have put me in a kind of leadership position like this one, like I have here at HYPE, I probably wouldn't have known how to do anything.
At HYPE, we use theater, creative arts, spoken word, and digital media to express ourselves and our talents in a positive way.
And one of the things that HYPE really focuses on is that you bring your strengths to the group, and those are welcomed. I don't expect the participants to become one another. It's about being you and bringing the best you possible.
They've designed something that I think is truly special, something that has provided individuals from our community, these young campers, if you will, a chance to really develop their skills, to have an outlet for their passions, to give a place where individuals can come together and do something special.
The vision and creativity and insight that teenagers have is without compare to everybody else. I think that we really need to focus on helping young people, teenagers, find a place in this community where they have a voice. And I think without it, we're really missing a lot.
One of the worst stereotypes against youth is that we're the problem, not the solution.
How do you perceive them?
How do I perceive them? Rotten.
They just should have a little bit more respect for their elders.
I think a lot of them are perceived as being crooks or hooligans running around just looking to break and destroy stuff.
Why? I think that they do think that teens these days are very disruptive and, you know, which they shouldn't be.
From what I see, not too well. It doesn't seem too healthy.
I think it's unfortunate. I think our community's scared of our teens, you know, and it's kind of unfortunate, you know, because they don't necessarily see them in the ways that I see them.
Not all teens are the same. We do have our teens that are, you know, rowdy, but we do have teens that are very nice and polite.
I don't know if they're valued by our entire community. I don't think so. I think that they're valued by parts of our community.
I always want to say that's my future, that's walking through the streets, and I'm hoping that they will, well, do become something or become their dreams. When I really think about teenagers around here, it's more or less hoping that they'll do better, you know, in their lifestyle.
I work down at the hospital. You see good kids coming in, you see bad kids coming in to go to the gift shop. You see kids that have no respect for the people that work in the gift shops. They're very rude. And you see other kids that, you know, they actually say, "Excuse me." So it's hard. It's really hard to pinpoint a good or a bad.
I had the same assumptions about teenagers as everybody else did as I became an adult. You know, the farther and farther away you get from teenagers, the more you think that they're just kind of like this alien life form. You don't even know what to do with them. I think teens are viewed really negatively everywhere. I don't think it's just Allentown. It's not an Allentown problem, but you know, we focus on teenagers in Allentown. It's a difficult community to live in if you're a teenager. You know, they don't trust teenagers. They don't really welcome them. They're unsure of them. They think they're just out to, you know, do horrible things to them. It's impossible. And so they're absolutely not valued, and they don't have any space. So even if you want to build relationships together, you can't, because teenagers don't have anywhere to go.
That when we act out these stereotypes, they're not true. They're not true. They're just some kind of crazy picture that somebody, some judgment that somebody has in their mind that has no idea what that's really like. And yet, when they put it on us, how does it feel?
Bad.
Just cause my skin ain't white doesn't mean I carry a knife. Just cause I'm Spanish doesn't mean I'm gonna do damage, wreak havoc. Guess what? I ain't a savage. So don't assume that I'm a goon. You judge me way too soon. All we were doing was playing catch, but you had to count your chickens way before they hatched.
Out of nowhere, these like cops come, they swarming from like each side, from like east, west, and south, and whatever, and they started talking about somebody made a call to them about us playing with knives in the park, and they like, and then Jenna came and started talking to them, and then the girls walked by with like scissors and all those other dangerous things that they didn't see
or care for.
Yeah, but we had with the ones with the tennis ball just throwing it around. That's where their focus was.
You said you had a description, but all you had was a wrong depiction of who I am.
Was it the first thing that they said is you fit the description for the guys?
Me?
Yeah.
I fit the description. Yes. Yes.
They tried to make the boys fit the description. I'm like, how many times do they do that outside of situations like this? Like, how many innocent people are now, like, in jail because they fit the description of somebody doing something wrong?
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I even offered them to search. I was like, you want to search? And Roberta was like, no, you're not being searched.
Why did Roberta say no?
They didn't have to do, like, they didn't have to search me because I didn't have anything on me.
It was messed up how you approached us, hands by your toasters, ready to roast us if we didn't comply. We kids, man. We ain't ready to die.
We're the one that had like the scissors and the duct tape, but the boys had their tennis ball and they automatically had weapons.
And the cops passed us too. It wasn't like we were.
And they said hi. They walked right in front of us and said hi.
That was the kind of crazy part.
It kind of showed how people are not equal. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because we were girls or something and they seen the boys and they just like went straight towards the boys. And I don't know.
Wait, I got more to say. I'll never forget what happened that day.
I don't know how many of you have been here since then.
I haven't.
How do you feel?
I feel like I need to watch my back. See, these are new. This was not here when we came here. I don't remember this. So I guess now they want people to see their regulations up front.
I feel like I have some control over what happens to them physically, but I can't control people's assumptions about who they are.
The way we were discriminated for the way we were made shouldn't matter about our shade. Just because I'm Spanish, you ain't gotta hate. If we doing nothing wrong, don't call the police with a false alarm. Stop being racist. There's color in this world. You just gotta face it.
It doesn't matter what color you are or the color of your skin. You can be black, purple, or white. But all that really matters is that we work together to prevent discrimination within the community. Hype Teens have developed and planned a program for schools to help them become better leaders in their community.
Teens go to youth centers and teach the kids there how to do these things, how to advocate for themselves and how to become leaders in their community.
I think it's a pretty important role, like, because they look up to us, they're younger than us, and we show them a good example of how they should be like when they get older.
It's just time to branch out and teach others how to become leaders and advocates in their community.
I want you guys to circle 3 words from the list you made, any column, just 3 words in total, and you're gonna write a freestyle poem about it.
Happiness is a beautiful thing, but it will never end. It brought family and love, and Mama brought us peace, and all the people will be happy.
Good job!
I have a responsibility when I'm there because since they look up to us so much, I feel like I'm responsible for setting a good example, and it makes you feel good at the end of the day because you see them like smile, participate. You don't see them just sitting there.
Do you think that that is a good way to judge a book by just looking at its cover? No. It's kind of a quick judgment, right? It's kind of, sometimes we kind of look at things real quick, but we don't give time to see what's really inside it, right? Clarice, what are you going to be doing?
Taking pictures.
All right. What are you doing, Alicia?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
What about you, Rashid?
I'm working.
Right?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
What is that?
Yeah.
I'm with them. Okay, good.
A Palm Pilot.
Yeah, of course.
Uh-huh.
A GPS Palm Pilot.
As teens in Allentown, we don't want to just sit back. We want to be proactive and go out into the community to make a change. One of the ways we do this is through asset mapping.
Okay, and now you select from the tribe. This is a 3. And if she's taking, that's it. If she's taking a picture, you put the number of the picture here. But she didn't take a picture, so just okay.
Before asset mapping, I never realized or never recognized the impact that abandoned houses and graffiti have on our community. I always knew they were there, but I never knew the impact they had on us. Especially with fire hydrants. I never really realized how many fire hydrants have to be there per yard or per block, and how safe that was in a situation where that was needed.
Some of the things that we look at are graffiti, abandoned houses, city garbage cans, city police camera, tree wells, and litter. After we record the deficits within the community, we then hope to show this information to organizations that will work with us to make the changes that we want to see.
As youth, we have our own perspectives on our community.
I would like to see people be close in my community because I don't see the closeness that should be there.
A better environment for teens and a welcoming community.
Community members caring more about the environment and just working together to improve it.
I would like to see less violence.
What would it be? The crimes. The crimes, why? So much violence, a lot of people dying.
The respect for one another change.
The level of discrimination.
Okay, I would like to have more parking in Allentown because there's not a lot of park for the kids and they should make Disney World in here.
Like something for teens to be able to do.
More things for teenagers to do.
I think there should be some kind of clubs, like after school programs.
Like more programs for the youth so they can stay out of gangs and stuff because you know how there's lots of gang violence going on. Like that teens can stay out of trouble.
I think I want more like hype, something that's gonna give teens a voice, because in high school you don't have a voice. It's like you're mute.
It's one thing to ask kids what they think. It's another thing to act on what kids think. I think there are two very different ways of looking at it. And unless we give kids opportunities to speak and then act on that, then it's really not kids being heard.
Those were the folks who had the dogs on them and the fire hoses and went to jail. It was not the adults that made that pivotal change in that movement. It was kids your age.
I think we as Hype is very different. People have not seen teens be prepared for something in their life like this.
Here at Hype, the adults give us the tools we need to shape the program ourselves.
We give the youth the voice that they need so that when they go out into the world, they are not scared to speak for themselves. Don't put this guard up and feel like it's you versus the world, because it's never that way. You have to open up your mouth and ask for help.
I would like more adults to look at the Hype teens and see what good we bring to the table, and then go out in their everyday life and see the good in every teenager. And I would also like for teenagers to realize that the adults have more life experience.
What I would like to see is for teens to recognize what they can bring to the table. And I think that sometimes we focus too much on adults, what they think about us, and we need to recognize that we're what's going to better tomorrow.
I think you need hope. You cannot just give up the world. You cannot just think that there's no one out there, there's nothing out there to help you, to lead you in the right direction. Because there's always is. You just need to go out there and you need to get it. No one's gonna just hand it to you.
I'd like to see Hype's network grow.
But there needs to be more opportunities for us to go and advocate and be the mentor that we're trained to be. We want to go out into the Allentown community and start changing it, start shaping it, start working for a better tomorrow, but we can't do it without the help of the citizens.
It's also so when you guys leave, you meaning the audience, you don't just say, oh yeah, that documentary was nice, and then go outside and just, you think about it for 2 minutes, you're changed for that 2 minutes you go outside, but to help us, because we can't do this alone. And teens too, don't go out and be like, yeah, I saw this cool doc and then I went home and nothing happened. You can be a part of something like this. Do something that you know is going to positively change Allentown. That's why we're making this doc.
Because the depth of this community, the tightness of this community is, like, makes me want to cry. Actually, I probably will right now, but this is how change happens.